Morning. Today we're going to do day one of our Mayan clay relief. And in order to do that, we need to do three things before you get your slab of clay. Thing number one, finish composing your design on paper. Thing number two, set up your studio. Clay mat, clay tool, and paint shirts. Number three, watch this video, and when your table is called, pause the video and come make your slab. When you return, you can finish watching the video for the instructions. Here we go. This is a slab of clay. And you're going to lay your design directly over the slab of clay, trying to get all the margins of the white paper inside the slab of clay. Sometimes what I do for a shortcut is I just line it up against the edge. But today I'm going to show you how to clean off all four sides. I hold my piece of paper down, I line up my tool, and carefully I draw a line all the way across. Now I'm pushing all the way through, hitting the table. Piece one done. Sometimes I clean off my tool. Two, try to get it as straight and as lined up as possible. I got that a little bit off. Clay is very forgiving. Go slow with this. If you go too fast, you're gonna it's gonna get a crooked line. Once you get done with this, you're gonna pick up your piece of paper. You're gonna clean the edges. Now, to clean the edges, I just take my finger really lightly over the top, about 5 times. If you push too hard, you're going to smush down the sides of your clay relief and it's not going to look as professional. So I'm just cleaning it. If you do not clean the sides, you will also have a clay relief that just looks a little rough around the edges. Once you get that all cleaned off, you're going to lay your design. Actually, you're going to put your name and your class code. And when you carve your name and your class code, please do it lightly. If you push too deep, you're going to cut through and you're going to ruin your clay slab. You're going to have to start over. And your class code today, day 2's class code is 5LI2. If you're in day 3, you know what your class code is. Then you're going to turn your clay relief over. You're going to clean off the top of those edges. And then you're going to lay your piece of paper back on. And then you're going to begin the dot-to-dot process. Now, what we're doing is we're just creating a small dot in order to then connect the dots once we pick the paper up. The dots don't have to be super close together. It's kind of a nice balance between not too far away and not too close. It's just a path of dots to lead your line so that when you take the piece of paper off, you know where to draw the line and you don't have to replan the size of your shapes. If you have a really detailed part of your clay, you might just want to redraw that. If you have cross-hatching lines back and forth, you might not want to do that. You can just re-scratch that in. So I'm just going to go around the whole way. I want to get every line so that when I pick it up, I know where to scratch into to recreate that line. Now little dots, I might just put one dot just to remind myself. And I can always change. If there's something I don't like here, if I don't punch a hole through, it won't show up on the clay. I'm just going to show you one side. 1/2 of this, so you can kind of get the idea. I'm going to lift it up. Now, ever so lightly, with the side, I can redraw that line. You don't want to push too deep or it's going to cut through and you're going to have a piece of the puzzle instead of the whole clay relief staying intact. If there's something I decide to refine and not use, I can erase right here. And instead, let's say I wanted to do something else, I could draw something else in there. I'm going to continue with my circle because I liked the repetition of circles. Now this again is a planning line. It's like a pencil line or a sketch, so you do not want to cut all the way through. This is a thin piece of clay, so you're just lightly on the side drawing, connecting the dots. See how I'm holding my almost horizontally, connecting the dots. If you don't like something, wipe it away. Your goal today is to get your slab, clean the edges, get your name and class code on the back, and begin to poke your holes. Some of you will get done. If you get all the way done, you can throw this piece away. If you don't get done, at the end of the hour, you're going to put the whole thing in a plastic bag. Hold on, I got to get the bag. We're recycling these bags, so it will have somebody's name from last year. All you do is cross out their name. You can go ahead and put your name somewhere on the bag and your class code. It's very important. Open up the bag. And slide the relief in. Very, very, very important is to ziplock the bag, or else you'll have to start over next week. We want to keep these clay reliefs moist for next week. When you get done with that, bring it to the back clay room. You can play with your clay if there's still time. Otherwise, roll up your clay into a sphere and put it back in the clay bag. Clean off your tools. Take a clay mat and dump it in. I forgot to use a clay mat. You guys have got to work on the clay mat because it'll be less cleanup for you guys. Any questions, come see me. Thanks so much.